Hello, it's Beth here, and I am back again, yes I am, with another full moon meditation video. And this time we are back at it for another full moon in Sagittarius meditation, which is pretty cool. So we actually had a full moon in Sagittarius the last full moon. And it's a pretty uncommon thing that we have two full moons in a row that are of the same sign. So for any of you who are Sagittariuses, or if you know your chart and you have Sagittarius energy in your chart, especially in the moon placement, this is going to be, again, big for you, and you guys are kind of getting hit a little bit this year. Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, like I said, my name is Beth. I'm an intuitive coach for young women who are on a spiritual path. And yeah, I make these videos every new moon and full moon. So if you want to stay connected, hang out towards the end of the video. I'll let you know how we can keep in touch if you really like this meditation and explanation. So let's talk, before we get into the meditation, let's talk a little bit about what this time is about astrologically. So yes, it's the full moon in Sagittarius on June 20th. But there's also a lot of other stuff going on, as always. So we have the sun moving into Cancer on June 20th as well, and I'm a Cancer baby, so that makes me happy. My birthday's coming, and yeah, that's exciting. And then we also, it's the solstice, so it's a full moon on the solstice, which from what I've seen is only going to happen basically once in our lifetimes, unless you are living like really long. long time. Yes, that's super exciting. It's a very powerful time. So I was just tuning in. So I've read online a little bit from my favorite astrologers. I've tuned in as well, just myself to, check in with what this time is about. And there's a couple of things that I want to mention. The first one is this is a time of expansion. So it's solstice, which means wherever you're at in the world, it's going to be the longest, maybe the longest day of the year or the longest night of the year. I'm in the northern hemisphere, and I think not all, but most of the women watching, you ladies watching, are also in the northern hemisphere. So I'm going to talk about the light, but flip it on the opposite side if you're on the opposite side of the world. Yeah, so it's the longest day of the year, and it's kind of like we're stretched. Like when I tuned in, I was tuning in with Archangel Michael, and he just showed me this vision of like this kind of opening, like it's like the stretching point, like the biggest stretching point of the year, maybe. And it's like, what I heard from that is we have the opportunity to let all of this new energy in. We have this opportunity to go deeper within ourselves. We have this opportunity to learn just brand new information, or brand new integration, just new things, and that opening, right? And then we also have the opportunity to close off and say, no, that's too much for me, that's too much energy, or I don't like that, or that seems scary, or I want to, continue and think negative thoughts and things like this. Well, we can think negative thoughts sometimes, that's, gonna happen, but you know what I mean, like just kind of closing off to what's happening in the newness. And we can also, not take advantage of this opportunity of the opening. So for those of you watching, you're going to want to take advantage of that. I know you. You're light workers, and you're like me. You just want to quest and bring the most joy and love and expansion that you can to the best of your ability. So this is definitely a time that we might be stretched a little bit. We might actually be uncomfortable at this time, because what's happening from what I was hearing is there's this marriage of the new coming in, and this brand new energy, and these brand new waves of energy hitting the earth, and these brand new upgrades for our systems, and this brand new information for light workers, getting our missions updated and getting information, right? And then we also have the old kind of paradigm in the old world, and we have our old beliefs and our beliefs, and then the beliefs and all that old stuff for the whole construct, the whole world. And when they're together, when they coexist, and the new is coming in and the old is kind of like, I don't know, maybe I should leave. It creates this this feeling of being uncomfortable. So there's a sense of I'm not really sure. It feels good. It feels like I'm opening, but it also feels like something's going on and something's weird. I can't figure it out. Something like that. There might be some energy for you right now that is kind of maybe pulling you in two different directions, or maybe it's pulling you in the direction you want to go in, but there's just something maybe you can't quite put your finger on. That's definitely happening for me right now. There's this huge sense of expansion in my life, and I'm super open to it and excited by it. But there's also this element of discomfort and dis-ease. There's kind of just this feeling that, you know, I'm expanding, but there's all this space that's being created and all this stuff that's leaving, and it's just kind of a lot to witness. So however that works for you in your life, just keep in mind that the main point with that is, you know, we have the new energy coming in, we have the old energy kind of being like, okay, I guess I'll go. And when you have the old and the new meeting, that can create discomfort or some pain in some ways. So just keep that in mind as we're being stretched really wide open on this solstice. And that definitely applies if you're in the southern hemisphere as well, for sure. The other part of what I wanted to talk about astrologically these times right now is based on some things that are happening in the sky that I'm not even going to mention, you know, the asteroids and all this, you know, degrees and stuff. I just want to keep it simple for you, for, you know, for sake of ease. But there's also this level of karmic repatterning right now. From what I understand, from what I've read, from what I've tuned into, from what I've experienced in my life, from what I've seen in other people's lives, this is a time where our relationships are undergoing transformations right now. And there's some karmic relationships, definitely some karmic patterns in relationships, or maybe karmic relationships that are actually being asked to be let go of. So any big, you know, I'm letting go of one of them right now, and this is a karmic relationship that has spanned for lifetimes. And I've just, you know, gone and done some deep work and just really realized that I have the availability to let go of this karmic relationship that I thought that I needed to have in my life. And yeah, this is like totally the time for me to realize it's my choice, and I'm choosing, you know, love and light. I'm choosing my path, and I'm choosing to, you know, to be committed to who I know that I am and who I know can support me on this journey in this lifetime. So for you, there might be some relationships, some karmic relationships, some sticky stuff that's come up. If you feel like, you know, you'd like to, you know, leave a relationship, or you'd like to move on from something, and you're feeling like it's the right move, but you're not really sure, there's some sticky stuff. You know, karmic relationships tend to feel a bit sticky, a bit stuck, a bit, you know, lodged in patterns, and almost like it would be really hard to let them go. Like, oh, is that even right? At this time, you might actually be really guided to be like, you know, that is right, and there's a huge opportunity for some really big shifts right now and some really big changes that we didn't really even see coming. You know, like we always kind of, maybe we don't always, but I know I tend to, you know, kind of have this idea for my life and how it's going to go and who's going to be a part of it and what I'm going to do, where I'm going to go. And it's just kind of this idea. Right now is a time for those ideas to just be super cleared out and for amazing expansion to come in and actually replace that with newness, with new opportunities, with new expansion. Yeah, so definitely take advantage of this stretching, this opening, this releasing. There's powerful astrology right now. Honestly, there's always powerful astrology because it's a very powerful time to live on planet Earth. But with the solstice happening and the full moon on the same day, this is going to be big energy. The sun moving into Cancer as well. So just be aware that there's a lot shifting. There's a lot happening. There's a lot of expansion. So if you're feeling a little bit like, hard to keep up with it, or you're just feeling a bit discombobulated, totally normal. Just do your best to open up, you know, spend some time by yourself meditating, spend some time like with the universe, spirit, creator, whatever you call it, you know, writing and just saying, you know, I'm open to whatever you're bringing me. I'm open to changing my mind. I'm open to this expansive energy. Maybe you take some time in nature and ground. That's something that I'm called to do right now. Is there's so much energy moving. I feel the need to ground and kind of recapitulate a little bit. So, yeah, that's a little bit about this time. If you have any questions or comments about that, please leave a comment below this video, and I'd love to chat to you about it. And we're just going to get into yeah, actually, I want to pull a card. So let's pull a card for this, the energy of this full moon. So I'm going to use the Angel Tarot. It's the deck that was, the only deck that was close to me. So we're going to go with this one. Angel Tarot by Radley Valentine and Doreen Virtue. This is like my go-to deck. This is like, of all my decks, this is my baby. I've also lost like a few cards in here. So yeah, so let's ask, and we have the intention to pull, they're telling me to pull 2 cards, and let's ask, what is the energy of this full moon? What is it bringing to us? What do we want to be made aware of? And I'm asking for those of us who are watching, because there's kind of a select, not like, select, but like kind of a select group of people watching. We're probably going to be in a similar resonance, or there's going to be some form of continuity between us. So this, I'm not actually asking for everybody in the world. I'm asking for those of us who are connecting with this meditation in this video. So it'll be a bit more specific for us. Yeah, so angels, thank you for guiding us. What is the energy of this full moon for us that are watching? These 2 wanted to come up right away. What are they? Oh, that's so nice. Oh, that's cool, man. Okay, so we've got really awesome cards. We've got, you never know, because with the Angel Tarot, like, we could get any sort of cards. But these ones are cool, man. Okay, so Knight of Water. I'll show it to ya. We've got 2 knights. We've got the Knight of Water and the Knight of Air, which is kind of interesting. So we have Knight of Water, which is emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, contemplative. So this is falling in love or wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions, an invitation to a social event. So it seems very, well, it's, that's what I just said. Just really good. And then Knight of Air, we've got intelligent, decisive, idealistic, tireless, events that occur with great speed. Take time to carefully review your options and creative solutions. So yeah, 2 knights coming. Knights are kind of, for me, associated with some quick movement as well. Just think about, like, the knight is not the king, right? He's the younger, kind of like, ooh, I'm a little shithead. And so, yeah, there might be some energy, some quick energy moving. I'm not really called to go too much deeper into these cards. I think for all of us it's going to be a little bit different, but that's super exciting. We got like the falling in love card and events that occur with great speed. So for whoever's watching, I think there's going to be some fun energy for us on this full moon. That's exciting. Okay, so now that we're ready to, yes, meditate, let us meditate. Okay, so I just want you to close your eyes. I'm going to guide you through this meditation, and we're going to connect with the full moon to receive some guidance, and just take some time to connect with the lunar energies and lunar cycles. Really grounds us as women. And if you're a man watching, absolutely grounds you in your feminine energy, which is really important too. So close your eyes if you haven't already, and start to breathe deeply through your nose and out through your mouth, or in a better way that works for you. Just allowing yourself to soften now. Just energetically, I can feel, even though this video is going to be delivered later to you through the ethereal worlds, I can feel some of you are quite in your head right now. Kind of even some of you are trying to figure out what those cards mean. The falling in love card is tripping some of you up a little bit. You're a little bit in your heads trying to figure out, what that means, who it's about, blah, blah, blah. Some of you are laughing about that. Okay, yep, the energy's starting to come down a little bit. Good. So we're just going to let those cards be what they are, and let that explanation be what it is, and just ground down. The information, the guidance that you're looking for is not going to come from your mind right now. It's going to come actually when we descend into our body right now. Breathe a little bit more deeply and arrive in this moment. Mentally, I want you to say, or aloud, I call any and all energy that I have given away or left behind back to me now. So I call any and all energy that I've given away or left behind back to me now. And just just see a golden light right at the top of your head above your crown chakra. And this golden light is just calling all of your energy, all of your soul's energy back to yourself now, so you can ground into this moment. Beautiful. And again, breathe in and out and start to soften and arrive here. On the next inhale, I want you to see fire burning right below you. I want you to see yourself sitting in this realm of fire. And this isn't like a scary fire. This is actually a very healing place. And this fire is not going to burn you. You're just actually sitting or standing, or maybe you're even morphing into this beautiful orange fire that is now encircling you and is all around you. I want you to allow the flames to lick up your body and around you until the fire actually starts to merge with you. And you feel or you see yourself starting to morph and merge with this fire, becoming a part of you. And we mentally ask, or you can ask aloud, or just allow me to ask for you. We call our spirit guides and our angels to this meditation now. We call the ancestors of the lands and the waters that we are on or around to us now. And we call the ancestors who come with love of our bloodlines to us now. May we be guided. And as this fire burns inside of you, I want you to see yourself transported to wherever you want in the world that has a beach, a beautiful beach at night. Bringing that fire energy within and planning that fire energy to make a campfire. And allowing it all to sort of pour out of you now into this campfire. Releasing that fire, allowing it to ground into the earth. Maybe there's some stones around the campfire. There might be friends, or you might be completely alone. And as you look up on this dark beach, you see the full moon shining in the sky. So bright, so beautiful. Take a moment to ground into the earth now. There's a lot of energy right now. There's the fire energy. There's the solstice expansion energy. So allow yourself to just give it to the earth. See all that energy pouring out of you and just grounding into the earth, grounding into the sand. As you stand underneath this full moon by the campfire. Maybe you want to wander off away from the campfire. Maybe you want to stay right next to it, whatever works for you. And you see the moonlight on the ocean reflecting. On the next inhale, breathe in that light from the moon. And we ask, full moon in Sagittarius, what would you have me hear now? How can I best utilize this energy to expand to my fullest potential? And just breathe in and out. We're not straining for answers because we've asked, so we will receive the answers. We're already receiving them on a subconscious level. For some of us, they're going to bubble up to the conscious level, and we're going to get thoughts, words, or visions. And for some of us, it appears that we might not get anything at all. But either way, we are being answered, and allow life to unfold over the next few days in response to your inquiry. Full moon in Sagittarius, breathing in that energy of the moon on this beach. What would you have me hear now? How can I align with this time? Allowing that moonlight to energize you and glisten over you. And if you have any specific questions, you can ask them now. Having a focus on your root right now, having a focus on putting some weight in your root and your legs while you're on that beach, while you're sitting in your body, feeling the ground below you, really getting into that earth. Remember, we gotta ground that energy. You can even ask Mother Earth. If you have any questions right now that you would like answered, please ask Mother Earth or even the ocean below you. What would you have me hear about XYZ? Thank you for the guidance. Breathing in the earth's energy, breathing in the moon's energy, and if it feels right, maybe even breathing in the energy from that campfire. Filling yourself with these natural energies that are so powerful and so supportive. Humans, we've been designed to live and love and learn by the energies of the earth and the moon and fire. So even through visualization, we can connect so deeply to that which nourishes us. Whenever you're ready, you can start to replant your feet on that earth again, grounding. If you need any more time in this space, feel free to pause this video. And if not, allow yourself to awaken a little bit, walking from the sand, thanking the moon and thanking the earth for the guidance that is being brought into your life now. Trusting that whatever you asked about will be answered in the perfect time, in the perfect way. Allowing yourself to rhythmically and naturally come back to the room. Maybe wiggling your toes, kind of like shimmying your bum a little bit, just helping us to ground even more after this meditation. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes with me. So, yeah, great. What a beautiful, beautiful meditation. Such a beautiful, I love that, in the full moons and the new moons, it just gives us an opportunity to, kind of have an excuse to connect more deeply and to set that time aside where we're connecting with the lunar cycles and we're connecting with, all of that energies. Sometimes we can get caught up and we don't do our meditation practice, or we're not kind of, focused on the things that we might want to be focused on. So I like the full moons and the new moons because they always kind of help to remind me of that, the power that happens right now. Something I also really like to do every full moon and every new moon, I like to do it like a fire burning ritual. I like to just write down maybe intentions or prayers or what I'm releasing. Traditionally, full moons are associated with releasing. But I also find that you can set intentions on the full moon as well. It's, it's up to you. It's just whatever feels right. What I actually like to do, let you know, a little witch secret here. It's not that much of a secret, but you might not have heard of this kind of idea before. So I like to look up the exact time that the full moon or the new moon is happening. In my time zone tomorrow, I'm recording this a day earlier than the full moon. So it's actually, I think, 4:03 a.m., so I think I'll be sleeping, although I wasn't last night. But, yeah, and I like to, just make note of exactly when that full moon is exact or exactly when the new moon is exact, and write down and right when it's exact, to burn that piece of paper and give it to the universe. So if that's something that feels right to you, you can do that, and you don't have to do it on that exact moment, but there's just something really just super magical about it when you do. But yeah, you can do it at any point during the day or the night where it's a full moon or a new moon. So if you enjoyed this video, if you liked connecting with me and we're not already connected, in a way that we can find each other after this, I would love for you to join my private Facebook group. We have an awesome community of women that's really, really supportive of one another. It's a place that you can It's kind of just like a sister circle. It's a place that you can go and you can share a story, you can get help about something, you can ask for some intuitive reading around something, you can share a blog post. Many of you, the beautiful ladies that I connect with, are like really like healers. Like, you know, you are, and that's a part of your path, and that's what you need to be doing. And it's a place where we can learn actually how to bring these gifts into the world. And I do a lot of coaching as well around how to bring your healing gifts into the world, and even how to create a business around it for those of you who are interested. So if that is something that stokes you, do a lot of free coaching, free videos, stuff like that, please join the group. So it's called Angel Coaching with Beth, Katherine. We're going to have a lot of exciting things rolling out in the next few weeks too, so please do join. The link is probably going to be somewhere around this video. Sometimes I don't post it around this video because there are, you know, certain guidelines on Facebook that they say, don't post your links to your groups and stuff, so I try to honor that. But a lot of the time there will be that link that you can find, Angel Coaching with Beth, Katherine. If not, just search for it, or if you really can't find it, search for Beth, Katherine, Katherine with a K, like my Facebook page, and then it's pinned right at the top there for you to find it. So I'd love to have you join the group and see you in there. Also, for those of you who are interested, I do intuitive angel readings. So contact me, please, if you are feeling like you might need some guidance from your spirit guides and angels right now, and also keep that in mind for the future if you're ever in a little bit of a sticky spot. Personally, I actually just went to a psychic and intuitive that I follow and admire just last week, and honestly, it's really, really nice to just have that check-in and have that insight from an outside source. It's not really, because they're talking to your spirit guides and angels. But it really helped me, and so I just want to offer that and remind you that I'm available to do that with you as well. So much love, many blessings. If you're wondering how to book a session, right now they're not on my site. I have to update it soon. Just send me a message. You can email me at igniteyourtruth@gmail.com, and we can set up an angel session if that's something you're interested in. And then, in the future, in the next few weeks, I'll be posting my new offerings. I'm getting there. The Mars is in retrograde, so I've been very slow these last few months, but I'm starting to come out. So much love, many blessings. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being the light worker that you are. Thank you for doing the amazing work that you're doing. And please know that you're so valuable. And every time that you choose love, every time that you sit to connect with yourself, every time that you are in commitment to that knowingness of why you're here, it makes a huge difference. I feel it, and we all feel it on some level. And that is what it is about. So much love, many blessings, happy full moon, and we'll chat soon.